Greetings again. This is Dr. Wyatt with the American Orthodontic Society, and I want to talk to you again on defense of extracting teeth on certain people. And there is a place for it, and I want you to understand that's my belief. And so if you're a non-extraction person, then you're doing okay with this, okay. But there is a place for taking out teeth. And I'm going to show this on an adult person, how it goes about. So let's get started on this case again, and let me get this going. Here is an adult person. This is 1988 of 1988, and this tooth person, we decided it would be a better case if we could get some teeth out, even though she is missing her wisdom teeth. But she has too much vertical dimension of the face, and she has a big gummy smile, and so we want to reduce the vertical height of the face if we can. So if you reduce the number of teeth you have in the mouth, but the pressure is still the same, you can close the vertical to some extent. If the person bites harder and puts the same pressure on fewer teeth, you can depress those teeth and reduce the vertical dimension of the face. And that happened in this particular case. Pardon me. I'll get stopped up here talking too much. Anyway, let's get on with the case. So we take out the first bicuspids on this case to treat it. It's in a class 2 problem, and we're going to remove the first bicuspids on this, and she has no wisdom teeth to start with. So we've reduced the tooth structure in her mouth by 8 teeth, the wisdom teeth, and 4 bicuspids cross through here, and we got the vertical dimension down to some extent, and we got rid of some of the gummy smile that she has. Let's go on now to the lower arch is crowded, and if you were to straighten this up and line this, she would have been even fuller, and she would have more vertical dimension than she's got right now. So we take those bicuspids out, and we've got a lot of crowding, and we're going to try to round these arches out and keep it just as large as it was, so we'll have plenty of room for the tongue to function in here. So that was one reason the tongue didn't fit in the mouth properly, and she's had this open bite situation. So we take these teeth out to help us. And this is 8 of 88. Now here, this is a couple 8 of 88, well 2 of 91. We have closed the space up, we've lined the teeth up, we've corrected the class 2 problem, and we're pretty close to finishing the case up. And now this is February of 91, and that's a little over 2 years, I think, from the time we started on this case. Now the teeth are gone here, and I'll tell you the bone is just as good on these teeth where we moved the second, well, we didn't do it, but these are 6-year molars, everything, but we closed these teeth and moved these forward and closed up that extraction site. Now let's go to the lower, and you remember how crowded that was and everything. We've lined it up, increased the shape of it and all that, and got it going good. And so we're going to leave this case where 4 wisdom teeth and 4 bicuspids were removed. Now here is this smile where the vertical height of the face is after 91, and it's where we started this case. It was much more than that. And this is the finished product, and we didn't get it down as much as we would like, but it's much better than it was when we started. Now there is the, let's see, I think I jumped one. That's the gummy smile that she had back to, and then we closed this down and we showed her how to use the upper lip. And this is 88. That's the class 2 cephalometric picture right here showing you. We took these bicuspids out in this area to close that up. Here is the self after we had finished. This is level of 91, nearly it's several years after we finished taking this out. Now this is where the teeth were, the bite was closed, and we took these teeth out in this area, the first bicuspids, and pulled that together, and that was 29 of 88. And this was, she was 23 years, or nearly 24 years old when we started this case out. Now, there it is. She's, this is 9/21 of 88, and these teeth we're going to remove the upper and the lower teeth. And she did not have wisdom teeth, so here's a case that has had 8 permanent teeth. I didn't see her to get the wisdom teeth out, but they were gone when I saw the case coming up. So she either didn't have them or somebody's removed them before I saw the case. And now we took the bicuspids out. And now here it is, and I can't read the year, that's 88, I believe. And here, it's lined up like that at this point. There we were when we started over here, and here it is finished over on this side. And that was 6 of 88, and this is 11 of 91. So it takes some time to do it. The midline's off a little bit, and you can see the difference where this cuspid and this cuspid's meeting. We could have finished that a little bit better than that, but this is still good. Now this is the other side. This is the upper teeth. We have this arch is broader in here, and she'll have a nicer smile with a thing coming out like that. And these teeth, even though we extracted teeth in here, we still widen these teeth out. We got a little space right here, but it'll close up as these teeth drift forward. We get the bands off. There's the lower arch, and this is crowded, and we have no problem with taking those extra teeth out. That's 91. The mouth is open. She's got it open at that point. Now this is 11 of 91, the lower arch. Now we put her in a retainer to make sure she keeps her jaw up to the front. So this is a nighttime retainer. See, she was biting back like this so long. We put something in there to remind her to keep her jaw up. So at night when she puts this retainer in, she has to bring her jaw out here. She can't close good back there. And that makes her bite her jaw forward and keeps it in that position better. And you may have a daytime retainer. We've had one on the bottom holding the lower teeth in place. And that's the night retainer. And that's the night. Let me see, this was the night retainer. That's the night retainer with a ramp. And here is the vertical dimension of the face now is better. We've got it down to some extent. And looking at it here, you would hardly notice that the vertical dimension is down that much. but you give somebody a half inch too much vertical dimension and it messes up the facial structure bad. Now when she smiles, you still see a little extra gum line, but I don't know. I did go back to see what happened. If you can remember, she'd had a real gummy smile when we started. I'm going to finish out now. Thanks for watching. And we've tried to defend extraction teeth on some people here in the United States, but it's not a wholesale thing. I'm going to stop